Hi, Jeff Hall here. Today I'm going to be reviewing um, Daniel Ash and Kevin Haskins' group after Bauhaus, Tones on Tell. And the album is, well, the compilation is called Everything. And what this is it's almost every single thing they ever put out. It's EPs, it's their one and only LP Pop, which is the first disc because it's a two-disc collection. It's rare songs, it's rare versions of songs. It's got a live song, it's got an interview about how Bauhaus broke up and everything after that. So it's got a lot to it. The first song is Lions. It's a really retro sounding song. I like it a whole lot. The second song is War. Even in the interview, Daniel Ash was talking about how it had a Bauhaus vibe. It's a pretty good song. It's got some of his really fast singing. Happiness is really cool. The Never Never is Forever. It's like a really trippy song. Just the way it is and the bass riffage. I don't know. It's really trippy. It kind of reminds me of Primus on acid. I don't know. Performance is kind of new wavy, dark wavy. It's okay. Slender Fungus is just weird. It's in the vein of like Sid Barrett prog rock. A lot of this is very progressive rock sounding to me. It reminds me of Sid Barrett. And it makes sense because when Love and Rockets released their album Express, they added um, a Pink Floyd cover called, what's that song called? Lucifer Sam. So it's obvious that he's influenced by Sid Barrett. And that's kind of proof of that, him covering a Sid Barrett Pink Floyd era song. Movement and Fear is pretty good. Uh, Real Life is excellent. It's a really excellent acoustic song. And Rain is just an absolutely beautiful way to close the album. And all that was the first disc, and that was Pop, which was their basically debut LP. And it's really brilliant. It's the album in its entirety. Um, if I could describe this group, I think their compilation Night Music describes it best. I would call this night music. Like music you'd listen to at night to get lost in. I wouldn't call it goth. I wouldn't call it pop. I don't know. It's like really in between a lot of genres. But it has its moments where it gets dark. Like Burning Skies is really dark. Twist is pretty dark sounding. It's got its dark moments, but I wouldn't necessarily stick this as all goth. It's just really diverse alternative, and I would just call it music that you'd listen to at night. The second disc is a lot of EPs and rarities, and Go was a very popular song in the 80s for clubs. It's very new wavy and very poppy. It's one of the, if not the only song that really gets poppy on here. Christian Says is almost heavy metal. It's really got great guitar work and very great vocals again by Daniel Ash. Which, when I heard this band, it surprised me how much of a better vocalist that Daniel Ash is versus Peter Murphy. Whereas Peter Murphy has that la 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 David Bowie thing going on, Daniel Ash is quite understandable and quite clean with his vocal style. It surprises me that such great vocals are hiding behind this Bauhaus guitarist. It's like, I didn't know he could sing that good. Wow, he should have been Bauhaus's singer. Um, Twist, like I said, it has a very goth vibe. It's one of the only few ones that has a goth vibe. Burning Skies obviously has an incredibly goth vibe. That's what you're hearing right now, playing in the background if you can hear it. Okay, this is the Pops. Has a very Bauhaus sound. You, the Night, and the Music is pretty good. When You're Smiling is okay. There's Only One is kind of poppy. I don't really like it a lot. It's okay. It's got good music. Now We Luster is cool. A Bigger Splash is really unique. Copper is like a really heavy instrumental. There's a lot of weird instrumentals here because it's this compilation is basically trying to cover every single thing they ever put out. Whether it was instrumental, whether it was studio, it's like all kinds of weird things. There are like 50 versions of I think it's called Performance or something. Let me see. Yeah, it's called Performance. Means of Escape is okay. Instrumental is really nice. It's a acoustic instrumental with a lot of good bass work. Performance 7-inch version, there you go. More versions of Performance. Shakes is okay, and Heartbreak Hotel Live is amazing. One thing they didn't include in this is the studio take of Heartbreak Hotel, but I don't like it near as much. And there's one part where he says, "We can," oh, like the way he sings it, "Be so lonely we can die," because it's an Elvis cover. But the way he says "all" in this live version is just amazing. I mean, the way he holds his high note, and he does it live, so it's not in the studio. I mean, live is the real deal, and it's amazing to hear how good they were live. It's unfortunate they lasted such a short time. They only released one full-length album and just a few EPs and rarity mixes here and there, but that was it. And I like this group a lot. It's Daniel Ash and Kevin Haskins again. Those were from Bauhaus, and a roadie they had called Glenn Campbell on the bass. David J went on to do Jazz Butcher, and Peter Murphy of Bauhaus went on to do Dolly's Car, which is an excellent group. And after this group didn't, work out, they went on to form Love and Rockets, and they got rid of Glenn Campbell and they brought David J, the Bauhaus bassist, back. So basically, what Love and Rockets was Bauhaus without the singer Peter Murphy, and David J and Daniel Ash took vocal turns on in that group. Um, they kind of went really poppy. They didn't really have much elements of goth. Maybe Hunted when the minutes drag, and let me think of another song. Well, Sweet FA was pretty dark. I guess their studio burned down, and like Pete Aldridge of Throbbing Gristle and a bunch of other guys got hurt in the fire. And I guess they decided to make a gloomy record as a weird tribute to that. I don't know. But other than that, Love and Rockets were really poppy. I give this collection, I mean, it's a really perfect collection. After Heartbreak Hotel, you have a really interesting interview, basically explaining what I was talking about, how they split up and stuff. And it's a really good collection. It has almost every single thing they ever made. I wish a lot of other groups can release collections like this so I can have every single thing they've ever made for, cheap price. I got this for $11 on Amazon. It's a good collection, and I got a request to cover it, so that's what I did. And I'm Jeff Hall, and I hope that helps anybody looking in Tones on Tell.